oftentimes when we are going through houses and touring spaces with buyers, you sometimes get a glimpse of their furniture or their personal effects that just really fit the space. And often as a real estate agent, I've asked from buyers, can we see if they'll leave that couch or that dining room table, that hutch, that shelf over the mantle, if we negotiate out a deal? So the quick answer to that is yes. Everything's negotiable. If you pay the right amount of money, somebody will leave just about anything short of a dog. Although I did see a cat left once. Kind of funny, totally different story. Anyway, the real question here is though, do you really or should you really be negotiating personal property along with the sale of the house? So there are two different schools of thought here. One is, it is definitely a convenience factor. If there is a brand new couch, you can tell that it's pretty new and it perfectly fits the space, and it is something that you truly desire. There is no shame in that game. If you want it, let's ask for it. It's easy for you. It's easy for the seller. They don't have to move it, especially if somebody's downsizing or they're moving across country or they just desire a new piece of furniture. So there are always those situations where it's a benefit to both sides of the party. Now let's look at it from a different perspective. You, as the buyer, if you are planning to negotiate off of asking price at all, that could actually give your seller leverage against you. Because now, instead of you just purchasing the house and, bare bones, they're adding something that they know that you want, right? So that gives them a few strings to pull. The other thing about that is, if it is a couch, and you negotiate a higher purchase price for the house because of that couch, that means that you just rolled $1,500, $2,000 into a 30-year mortgage, which means you're going to pay interest on that couch for the next 30 years. If you go to a furniture store, I think the most that they will ever lend out, the most you'll ever pay interest on is 60 months, but I think the typical is 30 months. So keep that in mind. You're actually going to be paying far more for that couch if you roll it into the mortgage than you would if you just negotiate out the house contract and then after you come to terms, you offer them some cash for that couch. So just a couple things to think about because it comes up frequently in my job and it's very tempting to see if they'll leave something behind. But there are a couple of ways to think about it and you need to make the right decision for you. If you would like to know anything else about the home buying situation or path to purchase as we call it, feel free to give me a shout. My name's Liz Miller. I'm the leader of the More with Miller team and I'm with ERA First Advantage.